We want to go ahead into breaking news. As we have just learned, the Kenosha County Sheriff's Department has updates on Andrew Obregon.
Yes, let's listen in to Sheriff Beth.
Why do you think he came to the plea? Why do you think he decided to just do the plea deal instead of going to trial?
Okay. As of yesterday afternoon, we believed he was going to be going to trial next week. There was over 100 witnesses that were scheduled to testify tomorrow, and it's a huge amount of personnel. A lot of our department in one fashion or another played a role in apprehending Andy Obregon. The two of the main people are here to my left, Detective Jeff Bliss and Sergeant Neil Paulson. These two were instrumental in putting together all the different pieces that led to this plea agreement today. It took hundreds, probably thousands of hours of time for our department to bring Andy Obregon to justice. And these two were actually instrumental, like I said, putting all the pieces together. They were the ones that did the interviews with Andy. They were key in making sure that all the charges that were brought against Andy Obregon had all the criteria met in order to get this plea agreement today. I think what happened is, after the hearing yesterday, Andy Obregon and the Public Defender's Office knew that there was no way that they were going to win this, and they decided to make the best deal they possibly could and put this to some closure for Andy, for Kenosha County, and for Andy Obregon's family as well.
I apologize. Would I be able to switch my mic here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind putting on your tie?
Sure.
Thank you.
What does it mean for the city that a man like this will be, like you said, never probably see the outside world again?
During the 3 to 4 weeks that Andy Obregon was out in our community in southeast Wisconsin and northeast Illinois, he wreaked havoc. The families in our area didn't let the kids go out and play in the neighborhoods. They weren't allowed to ride their bicycles on the street. The schools in the neighborhoods around southeast Wisconsin were locked down. The kids couldn't go out to recess. The kids were actually at least one or two of the schools were walked from the school to the buses to make sure that everything was clear. So life changed in southeast Wisconsin for that 3 weeks. The beginning of school, it was different. And I'm sure those kids will always remember that. The schools remember it. We certainly do. And the manpower that we put forward to capture Andy Obregon was immense. We called upon agencies in Illinois. We called upon them from southeast Wisconsin, Racine Sheriff's Department, Walworth Sheriff's Department, the Kenosha Police Department. We called upon federal agencies. It was a huge amount of resources thrown out every single day and every single night in an attempt to find Andy Obregon. We did roadblocks. We sent up helicopters. It was 3 weeks that a lot of the people on our department didn't sleep. And they'd come in, they'd stay out till 3 in the morning, whatever time it took. And then at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, they were back on the road or back where they were supposed to be. And it seemed like we never rested during that time. And it was I remember the hearing on the radio, the chase, and the fact that we caught Andy Obregon, and it was as if we won the Super Bowl. We were high-fiving, and it was done. That had come to a conclusion, and except for the one woman that was severely beaten, and I feel terrible for her, the rest of the community was safe, and we're very pleased with that part.
And then what were your guys' roles in it again? If you had them, I don't know, kind of talk what you did in the previous press conference.
I'll let them do it. Neil?
I assisted in the homicide investigation of Taiwan Anderson, along with other Kenosha County Sheriff's detectives. Conducted one lengthy interview with Mr. Obregon, and did other type of investigative procedures that we would do in a homicide investigation.